Oh, yes, yes, yes. I thought I should give myself a little time to review the various informations that I had downloaded. Yes. But I'm going to sue you for interrogating me. Do you understand? Chooch. I'm going to sue you for any signature from any court officer under the duress that somebody was going to be hurt. Yes. And I'm going to sue you for violating the VAWA and arresting me because you have no probable cause to be able to do that. Now, this is Red Book. Oh my gosh, win a dream trip to Hawaii. October 7th, 2017. You know, I'm wanting to be able to sell my innovations, and I dislike having to get angry at America's oaths of office. It's taking too much of my time when I could be making a lot more money selling things than having to sue the fucking shit because they I want to speak to Marilyn Van Proyen. The fraud of using my sister in a picture with Legina. The local conspiracy swim police department of refusing to enforce the rights of an adopted daughter. I'm going to find out, okay? But the way things are looking, you're not going to get out of prison for the rest of your lives, Pooch. Now, you, I want to talk to Marilyn. And I want my victims' resources. Now, this is really good. Oh, I had a little time to really look at it, and I thought, this is so interesting. Can minestrone and kale peacefully exist together? Well, yes, they can. You wouldn't have thought about the existence of minestrone and kale being together, but a soup in the right direction, isn't that right? You know, your secret weapon for saving more. Yes. Page 32. When I opened my first credit report, there were items I didn't recognize, including a collection claim from a doctor's office in Texas. That reported I missed a payment of $250. I've heard horror stories about those that have tried to get their credit reports fixed. Yeah. You filed a dissolution of marriage and I wasn't given any notice or opportunity to be heard, Judge Rohr. It's affected my credit rating, Coach. Would have been nice if Heidi had gotten half the debt of the community property debt that we had, approximately $180,000. And it would have been nice if you had allowed me, as a citizen of the United States, to explain why $1,500 a month child support was just a little too much, considering I was living in a homeless shelter. And it would have been nice if I had gotten notice and the actual documentation. It would have improved my credit rating and might have enabled me to borrow a little money at different times during the last 7 years. Now I know. I told you. Wage garnishment. It would have been nice if I could have stuck it to Heidi 50% of the actual debt of us. She could have had her wages garnished from wherever she's working at. Yes. I wouldn't have been liable for all that welfare she received. Yes. I wouldn't have been really compensating her for getting a teaching license or a certificate or whatever she got. But I'm having a difficult time being able to get my credit report repaired because you refused to remove that fucking dissolution of marriage. Now, why don't you give me every credit report of the United States of America, every citizen? I want to know how many of them have sent in a request to the 3 credit bureaus explaining how there's an error on their credit report and they need to fix it. Because when I document to law enforcement that the mail was returned unclaimed, yes, and I didn't get a copy of the dissolution of marriage, yes, and there was no reciprocity from the state of Washington, yes, and then you've been holding my son's hostage. It sure would have been nice if I could have gotten Heidi to accept less in child support. Ooh. So why don't you give me every credit report of every American citizen for the last, 12 years? Yes. And then I'd like to know how many of them had sent a letter into the Credit Reporting Bureau. Since this was an error, I immediately called the doctor's office to dispute the charge. Now, Judge Rohr, I'm wanting to divorce my wife so that I can have sex with women that I'm not married to. And I really want to know how much of that debt is she going to pay. So if you could remove that fucking thing where I wasn't given any rights as an American citizen, I'd like to sue you and have you put in prison. Now give me the fucking credit reports right now.